Street photographers love to say you have to get close. Use anything from 28mm to 50mm. Anything longer than that and apparently you are doing it wrong. Okay, here we are in Bank. I'm with the 70-200, which is not apparently a street photography lens. Heavy, obvious, and about as subtle as a bus in a library. But this thing can compress a messy street and turn everyday London into something much more striking. So, is this really the wrong lens, or is just the wrong rule? There's a couple doing shot. I know there is a shot here because I already took it, but I wasn't with this lens, so I can compress more, I can go more far away. I actually changed my mind and took this frame at 70mm because I want to grab the beautiful architecture. At the end of the day, I love the bus. We love that bus. 2 months ago we were riding through London on it, celebrating our wedding. For the whole session, I'm using continuous autofocus with tracking, set to expand spot. I also use the custom button on the lens to focus on my subject, especially when someone is passing in front of it. As you know, if you follow my channel, I'm a prime lover, but at the same time, I know how useful a zoom lens can be. 70-200, even more, this lens is fantastic. With a telephoto lens, you always have to leave space behind your subject for the compression to breathe. Look how far your eyes can go in the background before finding the vanishing point. In a city full of tall buildings, the light constantly bounces, breaks, and creates these beautiful pockets of contrast. So the easiest thing you can do is to look for this beautiful light. The reflection on these tall skyscrapers are amazing, and if you want to capture them all, you need another lens. But with the 70-200, you still can capture slides, and they are amazing. Here, the light cuts along the edge of the skyscraper like a samurai blade, turning a simple architectural line into the main subject of the frame. Considering how narrow these streets are between the skyscrapers, our first instinct is usually to reach for a wide lens and look up. But you can also do the opposite. Instead of chasing height, you can look for distance. In this case, I pointed the lens towards the sun to create strong silhouette, using the highlights around the subject to make the frame more dramatic. Here, the detail that made me take this shot was the light coming through his glasses. No point pretending otherwise. If you are a street photographer in London, you probably love double-decker buses. That red immediately grabs attention and makes the frame more interesting before anything else even happens. Leading line are your best friend with a telephoto lens, so get as close as possible to the ground. London Bridge is a constant river of people moving up and down the Thames. It's chaotic, layered, and full of little moments happening everywhere, which makes it an amazing place for street photography. The sun is dropping lower and the light is now cutting across the scene from the side. Look how long those shadows have become. And then we got to my favorite frame of the session. I was waiting for the right subject with a train passing in the background to complete the scene. And she was the one. That was my favorite, but the light is about to change completely, so I want to see if this lens can handle the golden hour flare better than my primes. If you keep walking along the street, you eventually reach Saltwalk Street. Recently I shared another session shot mostly around that area, where you get a more everyday side of London. Less iconic, less polished, but full of small moments and real street life. We are now heading west, following the light as we get closer to golden hour. And if you'd like to join me in one of these walks, I offer one-to-one street photography workshops in London. You'll find the link with all the details in the description. This pub on the left is the Anchor Bankside, and it was rebuilt in 1676 after the Great Fire of London, and remains the sole survivor of the River Thames of Shakespeare's time. Even if I walk through this street many times, there is always a chance to see something different, a new perspective, a different angle, or a reflection you somehow never noticed before. This reflection is really good. The sun is getting lower by the minute, so I want to take advantage of this light as much as possible. I started by getting lower and shooting strong silhouettes against the highlights. But at the same time, I'm always keeping an eye out for interesting subjects or strong compositions. The light is getting amazing, but those 3 shots were the last ones I captured that afternoon. Okay guys, so 2 very important lessons I learned today. The first one is never go out with only 1 memory card. And the same goes obviously for the battery. The reason I had to stop this fantastic session is I ran out of space on my memory card and I didn't have a second one, so like beginner mistake. The second one is not to listen to all the noise out there. In particular, if you like to shoot with 1 lens and people say, oh, that's not the right lens for street photography, that's not the right lens for portrait or whatever it is, you do absolutely what you like. Use whatever is good for you. My session was amazing. I had another session a couple of years ago and I'm linking the video with the 70-200 and the pictures were really good. There is actually a third one which is really important. Down the video there is a small button which is called subscribe. Yes, that one. If you click on that, yeah, like that. Oh, it feels really good, right? Yeah. Okay guys, I'll see you soon in the next one. Ciao, ciao.